Hello, AfterBuzzers. There's a new panel in town. Get ready for Season 3 of The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt right now on AfterBuzz TV.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
That was a very good idea.
I just needed the energy of this.
Good music.
Unbreakable.
It's a miracle.
AfterBuzz TV. Welcome to our new Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt panel. My name is Tsahai. You can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at Say Hi Tsahai. That's SayHiTsahai. And I have a cast of beautiful ladies with me. Please introduce yourself.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Candice Cruz. You can find me on all of the social media at Candice R. Cruz.
Hi, everyone. I'm Caley Rose, and you can find me all over the social medias at Caley Rose, Caley.
Love it. Hi, everybody. I'm Laura L. Thomas. You can find me at Laura L. Thomas TV on Instagram and Twitter.
Ladies, so Season 3, thank God they're back. We're excited to have them. Kimmy's back. The whole gang is back. Titus, Lillian, Jacqueline, everybody. So let's start from the beginning of episode 3, which is Kimmy gets divorced. Okay. Now, we find Titus on the beach. Why is he on the beach? Do we ever find out exactly what happened? Like, I'm like, did he get shipwrecked? Did he throw himself over? Like, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Best opening shot of any season I can ever imagine.
It's
like,
true.
The back and forth between the seagull
And him?
and him was everything.
What
And
did
it
he
was-
call
Titus.
him? What did he call a pigeon? Or the seagull?
I can't remember what he called him, but he was like,
Oh,
"You're
sea
on
pigeon.
A
Sea
pigeon.
pigeon.
Which, of course, is the highest form of insult.
Of course,
Right.
of course.
You're also on
Especially
the
from
beach
Titus.
with no friends.
Exactly.
So, goodbye."
It's one of
So
the
great.
many words that Titus just makes up all the time.
Oh, of course. That's what makes him Titus.
I always have
Exactly.
to rewind and rewind. You know, there are so many little moments that you miss. And then
Exactly.
I put on the captions today when I was watching. So I was like, what did he say? I know it was good.
It's super helpful.
No, we don't find out why he's on the beach.
No.
though,
Yeah,
at
but what do
all.
you think? Like, what do you think happened?
I mean, he said he ate his paycheck, so I can only imagine.
They just chucked him off the boat.
Probably. You're eating all the food. Bye.
right, and then Kimmy eats
Bye.
paper, so it is possible that he ate his paycheck. But I wasn't sure did he actually like spend it on food because we know how
Yeah.
much Titus loves food.
Right, right. Is this a metaphor?
It's a mystery.
Maybe.
And I love that. I don't know when they're going to tell it. You know, they could just tell us at the end of the season
That's
instead
true.
of now.
Yeah.
They're going to tease us.
And that's a good point. So for some of you who may have already binged the show and know everything that happens, we are watching it episode by every week. We're watching 2 episodes and we're covering 2 episodes. So don't think, okay, why don't they know what happened? It's because we're taking our time. We're, easing into it and enjoying it. So
And don't spoil it for us.
thank
Yes.
you.
That would be very cruel.
Now,
Don't be cruel.
we also are on our live chat tonight. So if you feel free to comment and send us some, feedback about the show and how much you love episodes 1 and 2. So Titus ends up going home. Now we see Kimmy, who has graduated and has a photo from getting her GED. Our girl is smart.
Popular girls came to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
80-year-olds, women.
Now those
The best.
popular girls were giving her the side eye.
That was the best.
Oh, no joke.
Yeah, they didn't seem to be too happy at her graduation party. I was like,
But they
wait,
came.
why so mad?
Now, what I love about the graduation party also is whenever Jacqueline shows up, it knows that it means just like she's slumming it.
Yeah.
So I was surprised to see her there, but like the fact that she wanted to be there, of course, wasn't, for just for Kimmy. She's lonely because she has a boyfriend now.
I
It's a new woman.
Mm-hmm.
New Jacqueline.
I love when she said it was a low point for me, so I ended up coming here.
Particularly moment. I decided to
Yes.
come here.
Exactly.
It's like, what?
And that's why we also see Kimmy's substitute Titus, the garbage bag.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, it had some
conversation
of the
with
best
him.
lines in the whole two shows,
good.
Like, you have to give that credit.
Because then she would do the voice that she thought was Titus, but she kind of had it down a little bit.
Girl, that's nasty.
Do it again.
Oh, girl, that's nasty.
So
Make a great Titus.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
I-
Maybe we should have him come in here and we can, have a
Have a Titus
have a
off?
Titus
Wait,
off.
him or the garbage bag?
Either or.
Okay,
yeah.
We can put him
Whoever's
right here. I
available.
could totally have
The
it.
garbage bag might be booked. We're not sure.
Right. Whoever
I
answers our
don't know
email.
what side it might be. Garbage bag is definitely booked. And
Check his
should be.
availability.
Now, Candice, like I said, Candice is an actress and a singer. So before the season ends, we're gonna have you build something out.
We'll find some song. I'll practice for you.
Thank you,
Lemonade.
thank you. And maybe a Titus duet.
Ooh.
Putting it out there, Titus, please.
Let's
we
do
would
it.
love
Come
to
on
have you
over.
here. Please. So also during this party, we find out that Kimmy, is still married, and the Reverend is wanting a divorce ASAP. And, Jacqueline, who's an expert with divorces, tries to tell her how to go about doing this. Now, do you think Jacqueline gave Kimmy the right advice? Like, hold off, don't give him what he wants, torture him.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, girl.
Yeah. She was empowering her.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And keeping her from being her Kimmy naive self that would just sign her rights away and not even know that she was doing it,
And like Titus said, she needed to have a person with glasses read it, which I think is sound advice. I mean, any type of legal document should be read by someone with
I
glasses.
just love the way that she shook the envelope.
Ooh. Like it's Christmas.
knows.
I love it.
Is anyone here married?
I am.
Oh, okay.
are
so you're a
you?
resident.
Yay.
You're a resident married person.
I will hold down that fort.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
happily,
Thank you very
happily.
much.
I've been married for 8 years last Tuesday.
Congratulations! I mean, that's some. Bravo,
Yeah.
bravo.
I'm engaged, so you can give me advice.
Oh, congrats.
See, look at all this female
I'm gonna rub
empowerment. I
these-
love this. Right for good luck.
Yeah.
You're gonna rub the ring.
We've got a couple of weeks. Maybe Candice and I will end up married to
You never
someone.
know.
Wouldn't that be
Maybe to each other. We're open. Or to other people.
Love
The
blossoms
panel.
around
We're married in the panel.
Exactly. We're panel
Stranger
wives.
things have happened.
AfterBuzz love. So Lillian is also going through something because she decides that she's going to break up with her boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Now Lillian's boyfriend is a little strange.
I love his
Little?
response. Bye. Okay, bye. And then he walks so slowly. Just like his odd little way.
Dragging that suitcase?
Yeah, what's in the suitcase?
no
So.
No, don't you want to know what's in the suitcase?
I mean, he does
It's
have
always
a
the quiet one.
right.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Lillian did
Maybe.
say that he's used her as an alibi before, so we never know with him.
I also do love that when he comes up to her later to give her stuff back, there's nothing in the box.
I need to bring my stuff back, but
I didn't have anything, so here you go.
Because inside, it was probably because in his heart he was empty as well.
But then he says some of the most profound things in the whole, 2 episodes that we
Right.
watched. But still, he calls her out for living in the past. It doesn't stop her from trying to preserve the neighborhood, but still, it was a moment of clarity.
Definitely.
Amidst all the
and then
comedy.
shadowed by
Yeah.
the after.
And then.
I mean, Lillian herself is a character. And but wait, the neighbors. She had the meth guy.
Meth guy, pervert, and
Canadian.
I'm like, what's the third?
These are her options.
Unforgivable.
Canadian.
Oh. Just
in
kidding.
New York, that might be
We
a
love
thing.
Canadian.
I don't know.
I mean, you never know. Any New Yorkers here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a New Yorker?
Yeah.
Okay, like New York City or New York State?
New York State. I was born in Buffalo, and then I went to school in New York. Columbia. Kimmy's
Oh,
but
look at that.
They didn't tape it on our campus, I heard. So I haven't seen the next couple of episodes.
Okay.
I'm assuming that she ends up at Columbia, but
Okay, we'll
somebody told me
see.
she ends up at Columbia.
If
but
she ends
they
up at
didn't
Columbia,
tape it
Spoiler
there.
alert! Spoiler alert!
That was literally like my dream school.
Yeah?
To be honest. It's not my dream grad school, but that's for another
fair.
after show. Yes.
Well,
Kimmy's, we'll get there.
yeah,
We'll talk
get
marriage in Columbia.
perfect.
Great.
I mean, Kimmy's getting her education, and that's what we support here.
Yeah.
Strong,
It's
empowered
a very
women.
strong women episode, you
Definitely.
know? I mean,
Both
Jacqueline,
episodes.
in her own way, is trying to empower, in her own Jacqueline way. And then Lillian is being very strong and, taking on the city. And then Kimmy's going to college.
I mean, which I'm very excited about because it shows that she's moving on with her life and trying to, make steps. But the Reverend keeps holding her back. Have you guys ever been in a relationship where you try to move on, but that person keeps on calling you and pulling you back? Have you guys ever been in a situation like that?
It's dark stuff.
It is.
Not.
I mean, I've been in
not
8
as
years
much
of
as
marriage, so-
yeah. So you're good.
Okay.
Just kidding.
That keeps pulling you back.
Nothing like Kimmy has to go through. I have
Yeah.
to say, I don't think anything compares to being stuck in a bunker.
Yeah.
With your husband.
But
Luckily.
the funny thing is, Jacqueline never remembers like what happened to Kimmy. She's like a bunker when she reads like all the items that the Reverend has. Yeah.
What's that for?
Exactly. They have a little, Kimmy takes some time with these divorce papers. She's not going to sign them immediately. She tortures the Reverend, and the ladies end up having a little fun with it. Now, the sushi on our home.
Mimi.
It was very much Kim Cattrall Sex in the City moment.
Yes,
She's
yes.
a great body. Oh my gosh.
She
Is
does
anybody
look
else? Like,
She's a little
good
kooky.
for her.
A lot
Mimi's
kooky.
a lot kooky.
All the time.
She's a little kooky.
I still can't figure her out at all. She's just like randomly comic relief, just sprinkled
it.
throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, if like the whole world exists on like a 10, she lives on like a 32 as far as like energy level. Just right.
Did you wake up and
I thought we were going to Italian.
But then she's like, Dad, I can't come give you your insulin. I'll give you a double dosage next time.
Love it.
I mean, she's a mess. And that's
Voldemort. That one was good
Now I know
too.
he's single. With that shimmy, I was like, okay, girl, get it.
You go get Voldemort.
Now, our boy Titus, has come back home from his, his work on the ship that, I still don't know, like, was he really performing? Was he a background performer? Because they said something about Dionne Warwick. So I was like, Titus, what actually were you doing?
That's why he got kicked off. I wonder if he threw Dionne Warwick like off the ship.
Or he was a better singer than her.
Or that.
He's amazing. Like I said, when Titus sings, my heart smiles. It really does.
Yeah,
but then he sees his boo. He goes to surprise his boo after,
Avoiding.
avoiding him, and he sees Mikey with this man.
Yeah.
I mean, that. Did you immediately think Mikey was doing something wrong when you saw this?
No.
No.
I thought it's Mikey. He
Oh, you
couldn't
did?
really.
Yeah. I did. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the cynic in me, but I think I pulled a Titus in that. Like, I jumped to conclusions very quickly.
Well, hence your lemonade dress, which we'll get to.
Well,
Yes.
get to that later. But no, I definitely, I was like, I was gutted by it. I was so sad. I didn't
Because,
want
Mikey is recently out, so I thought, okay, maybe he is cheating because he just wants to, like, experience more and he couldn't wait for Titus. I didn't realize that his love was so loyal, but why did you guys think he was not a cheater?
It's Mikey.
He just seems so innocent.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. He's like, exactly, he's newly out, so I don't even think he would know, like, how to go about it. Like, I think Titus introduced him to, like, the idea of, like, really appreciating and supporting himself, and then, like...
And we were right.
Right? Exactly.
But that just, I feel like it
Well,
says so much about us. Like, am I naive?
He may not have cheated, but I feel like he wanted to, and we'll get into that. Because some of the things he was saying, I was like, wait a minute, Mikey, you're not so innocent, because he was talking about touching butts.
I can play Call of Duty
and touch butts? What?
I was like, wait a
like
minute,
too
what's
much of a good
going
thing,
on
is what he
there?
said.
I do think he's such a sweetheart, though.
Yeah.
He is such a soft little sweet spirit. I love him. To be like such a like dude,
Right.
he's just such a sweet guy. I really love him.
But what he said about that, it made sense. Like, when he said, oh my gosh, I can watch sports with him and touch his butt. I was like, oh my, you can. Like, you can have all of that.
whatever
and
you
so
want.
it foreshadowed them not being the right fit.
I know, because he could have that, but not with Titus. Titus was like, this is not one of them Sex in the City situations, so
Right.
you can't talk to me
I
about.
mean, Titus passed up the puppet three-way for him, you know?
That's what was hard.
Okay, let's talk about Titus going to exercise. So Titus, for his love of Mikey, decides to try to get a job on Sesame Street, and in order to do so, he has to go see this agent. So he's in there with the agent. Well, before he gets to that, let's talk about Titus and his definition of burpees. Which I thought, I mean, when I first heard the word burpee, I thought it was like a baby burp too.
I wish it was.
No, right? That'd be way more comfortable. That'd be way more comfortable with that kind of burpee.
I mean, burpees
As
are
weird
hard.
as that sounds, that's really hard.
They're, yeah.
First of all, and then I love Titus's outfit and the fanny pack. Okay, he had on like this little gray fanny pack to exercise because one needs to,
What are you putting in there?
I mean, lip gloss, your snacks.
Snacks.
You need
that's very
fuel for
Titus.
exercise.
Yes.
So this
Right.
is why a fanny
Do
pack.
one burpee, you get a bite.
Exactly.
Do one burpee, get a bite.
Wait, and then when he attempted to walk to, like when everyone else ran ahead of him and he attempted to run and he had to lift up his legs one by
It was pretty awesome.
It's so good. This show is like so good. I forgot about it for a little bit because it went on hiatus, and then I'm like,
well, I'm gonna actually
rekindled.
throw a little comment to you on this note because Theo Brown, who is in our live chat right now, has said that he has never watched the show before, but can we tell him what the best reason is to start by singing it?
oh, by singing it? Oh, I'm not singing
I don't know
tonight.
about
I think that's for Candice.
No, not tonight.
I
not
gotta-
We can
tonight.
definitely we can give you an opinion, I think. We can
Yeah.
just give you an opinion. I don't
Yeah.
know. My pipes aren't warmed up.
Right. We need to gargle with a little salt
This
water.
isn't tea. This is water, guys. So I don't have any-
Mine's vodka. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just kidding.
I wish it was. Can I switch you
Right.
cups, girl?
I don't have a cup. That's
Next time. I mean, for me, what I love about the show is that there's a lot going on, but at the end, there's always like heart to it. Like there, you can really learn something, and kind of it's thought provoking. In spite of all the craziness and all the crazy characters and Kimmy's old school '90s slang that she's still using, which I love, by the way. There's still at the end a lesson that it's thought provoking, and it's warm. That's what I like about it. How about you?
I mean, it's just like great comic relief. Like I love all of it. It's calling into attention everything that's going on now.
Yeah.
It's very current and very real, but it also gives like comic relief to things and make you think of things that you wouldn't normally. Like and the innocence. I love the innocence of it all.
Yeah.
It's just fun. I feel like
Yeah.
everything's so serious all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
This is like
We
a
need
good
this
show
laughter.
that yes.
Please.
Oh my god.
Theo,
so
is
much.
it?
yeah, Theo.
Theo, you need to start watching. I'm very jealous of you right now because you are in the best position ever. You have 2 full seasons to binge. Like, I wish I could go back and experience it all again. It's so funny. Enjoy. That's all I can say. Enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And to that point, the writing is so
Tina
great.
Fey.
I mean,
Amazing.
it's just spot on, and every the jokes are funny and corny. Do you know? But in an adorable way that you're just like every line is clever. Is well thought out, is well written. The characters are interesting. They're really fun. You can relate to just about everybody on the show in some way or another.
Yeah.
It's super relatable. So Theo, go watch it.
Definitely. And they're super smart too. So, and it's not just like a show for girls. I know it's a panel of women and there are a lot of women in the show, but I think guys would like it too. They'll learn something as well. So ready to move on to episode 2?
Let's
do
do
it,
it.
girl.
All right. Kimmy's roommate lemonades. Okay. So, Titus is mad.
It was
And no one's gonna stop him. So Titus decides, once he sees Mikey with this other man, he said, okay, I have to get revenge. Now, if you saw your boyfriend with another man, like, would you
lemonade.
lemonade?
I
If I
wish
saw
I
my
had
boyfriend
the
with another
guts.
man, I would be very concerned. I'm married, and that would take things to a very interesting level
Well,
in
Titus
our
said
marriage.
it's the 90s and everyone's gay.
Everybody is.
So,
He did say
he was
that.
right. He was right.
I'm like, was that the 90s? Did I miss that?
In his mind, it's the 90s still. I
love it.
Crazy.
But no, if I saw my man with another woman, yeah, I'd take a baseball bat to his car.
I wish I could be that gutsy. I feel like I would just need to like. I don't even know what I'd do.
Have you ever done anything like that, like keyed a car or a friend of mine, she mailed a guy that did her wrong. She mailed him some cat poop. In a box.
I love that. Good for her.
Oh man.
Yeah, she was upset. So, but it's and moving forward, we just called him cat poop. Like he had no other name. So.
I want to know how many people actually would lemonade, or how many people actually have lemonade.
I think on Instagram, I'm sure there's a whole hashtag for that. Like,
I'm sure.
Somebody send that to us.
Right.
Comment below and let us know like how many of you all have
wanna
actually
see
done
more.
lemonade.
I mean, we've seen the videos of women throwing paint on cars and egging cars.
Never seen those videos.
No,
I need to go look those. I know what I'm
Go
watching.
look those up now.
So would you do anything?
I would want to, you know.
Yeah,
I probably would. I would
It's-
go a little crazy.
it's a little
Let's
gutsy.
not.
So what I loved about it is how accurate they were. If you've ever seen any of Beyonce's Lemonade, they really took some time to make Titus's version very accurate and similar
Spot
to
on,
Beyonce's version. You know, it wasn't as good as his version of Cats, his off-Broadway version of Cats. You know,
yeah,
that was
nothing can hold a candle.
legendary. But I think this is where he got his practice from. And then we get into the election because Jacqueline and Lillian are debating whether or not, they want Kimmy to vote for them. and Lillian's trying to clean up. No, Lillian actually isn't trying to keep the neighborhood clean. I mean, what do you think about this whole when Lillian went to sabotage Jacqueline at the rally?
I thought it was so cute because she's like sitting in front and just being like, hi, Jacqueline, I know you. And then all of a sudden she's like, no, you're terrible. No. Like, just like attacking her out
Good
of nowhere.
impression.
That's a very good impression.
I mean,
Good.
are you an actress as well?
Maybe dabble in the
There you go.
artistic arts in the musical theater world.
I'm loving this. We're gonna get a lot of impressions.
Oh, always.
But then I love it when she sees her on the street afterwards and she's like, what was that all about? And she was like, oh, it's just politics. She's like, I thought you were my friend. She's like, I am. It's so cute. I just think it's adorable. And I also do love that there's this little contention between the two of them, because if there's any two women to like put as foes against each other that have zero in common, it's these two.
Yep.
But I just thought about that because we rarely see them together. Like Kimmy's always the connector, and Jacqueline and Lillian, when you think about it, they're both very strong-willed. They're both blonde, and no one's gonna tell them no. So they're different in a lot of ways, but they're similar in a lot of ways as well.
And if they united, maybe. Oh, I don't know. I haven't
Power
seen it.
couple.
I just thought of it. That
I
would
like
be
it.
incredible.
I like
Maybe it will. You know.
Ooh,
People at home are probably like, yes, it did. Today, you know. And I'm just like, will it?
Duh,
I don't know.
it happened.
I haven't seen it.
I love that though. That's a great prediction.
Yeah. Well, if it hasn't happened, they should write it.
Yeah.
Hey, writers.
Let
Get
us
on
know.
it.
Yeah. So Kimmy, is continuing with her education, and she goes to school. First of all, Kimmy takes a test to determine what she should be. Okay, a crossing guard, and she got
She was
excited.
really good at it, though. I mean, she really
She had the moves down. I was like, wow, without even practicing.
Yeah, I mean, she's been in a bunker for years. I don't know how she knows.
I know.
She must have been studying or something.
Maybe they practiced cross-training down there.
I mean,
They had a lot of free time.
They had time to learn lots of things.
My favorite after maybe we'll get here, but my favorite is when she goes to the university to talk to them about the crossing guard program that they have, and it's just this like real experienced crossing guards, or these like the ivory tower types that never cross the street in their lives.
Right, because you got to know people to get into it. I mean, and that makes it so cute because she really, she's so naive with certain things, but then so profound with others. So what do we think of Perry? Kimmy's friend from school. Now, he was in Blackish. That's where I've seen him before. And he was in Hamilton.
Oh. So maybe he'll start singing.
Yes.
It makes me
Oh, I
think.
see a
all the
Titus and
predictions.
Perry.
Yeah.
So do we think Perry's coming back because Perry went to Columbia?
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
And
And
they
did
had
he-
chemistry for sure.
I saw it. I was like,
it.
There was love.
He made her think.
yeah, because everyone else has relationship issues going on. We got Jacqueline with her boyfriend gone. We got Lillian breaking up. Titus breaking,
True, a lot of breakups.
But Kimmy,
Divorce.
Oh, true,
All the
true. So she's
breakups.
single. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. And her ex is. What happened to him? Her ex-boyfriend.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
from like
he's gone.
season
He
1
got
and
hard
season
to
2.
go out of the country.
Yeah.
He got
What
deported,
happened?
didn't
Yeah, he did.
he?
Oh my god. Just
I
gone.
don't think he's coming back.
No.
I
Well,
have
we
a feeling
we
he's
have
gone.
some hope for Perry. I mean,
Yeah.
he what I liked about Perry is that he spoke Kimmy's language. Like he didn't make her feel dumb. And
Yeah.
he was like, you know what? When he was teaching her about philosophy. He
Yeah.
was like, okay, yeah, we're on the same wavelength. Like how they kept on making every example pizza.
In my mind, it's
Unicorn.
pizza. And he wanted her to be a unicorn.
I know.
That's
Go
saying
be a
something.
unicorn.
Every girl deserves a man who wants her to be a unicorn.
Oh, that's
know?
so true.
And he encouraged her to do more. He was like, I'm leaving this place. There's more out there than that, than what you see here. And I think Kimmy needs to know that she's still like not aware of everything that's going on. So she needs help in like learning where to go and what to do with her life. I mean, don't we all need direction sometimes? It's a little push in the right direction.
Absolutely.
I love him, though. I hope he's in the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too. We do have a question from Walker Carl from the election between Lillian and Jacqueline. Who did we want to see win?
That's
and
my
why?
fiance. For the
Hi.
record. Very cute.
There
Thanks
you
for
go.
watching.
Oh, you're adorable. I
Thank
love
you.
it. So then we'll start with you. Who did you want to see win the election?
Oh gosh, I've never thought about. He didn't ask me that at home. He didn't prepare me. You know.
You didn't prep your girl?
I'm
Come
gonna
on.
say Lillian. You know, you want her. Jacqueline has all the privilege, and I know she's at a tough time right now. But Lillian needs a win.
Right. And popping back to this, they only had one person that was able to vote, yes?
Yeah, it was just Kimmy. And they had that moment where they were calling her across the room like a dog.
That was the cutest thing.
It was adorable. She's always caught in between everybody. Like Titus and something's going on. If he's angry at someone, and now these two. I personally wanted Jacqueline to win. Jacqueline's my girl. Like I know she's crazy. I know she used to be a gold digger, but she is reformed now. And I think I just wanted her to finally get a win. She had a rough. Last year was a bit rough for her.
True. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Because I mean, it's for the betterment of everyone. I feel like at the same time, like Lillian's so stuck in her ways. It's like, and she even had the philosophical like talk and whatnot of saying that you need to let go of the past. She still didn't take that advice, but
very much so.
But yeah, no, I was definitely.
I mean, and what neighborhood doesn't need clean water? They can't drink the sludge.
She chewed the water. Like, come on! If you can chew the water, you need to clean it up a little bit.
She likes it chewing.
A tad bit, just a tad bit. But the fact that they're also still in this apartment, like, it's mind blowing because I'm like, why haven't they moved yet? Like, don't they want to live somewhere better? But when I loved when Kimmy was torturing the Reverend on the phone, and she was like, "My apartment is so big," and then she like hits her knee. Like it's those little points that make it so hilarious.
I love how they were arguing like children too. It was so perfect for the two of them to be arguing like children. Yeah.
Do you think Kimmy still loves the Reverend? Like, do you think, even though he tortured her, do you think she still has some type of love for him?
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. I mean, I think. I mean, she's. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Do you think it's a romantic love, or it's like a love-hate?
I think it's more of like loving your past and not knowing where to go with your future. So he's like the solid of her past. Like that's all she knew. So I think, of course you're going to love that person in some weird way.
It never even occurred to me that she might love him.
He said it. He was like, you still love me. Yeah. So, I mean, also, Kimmy stuck in the past, and then Lillian stuck in the past. So how can Lillian even help Kimmy move forward if she, too, is kind of staying in the same place?
Exactly. They both have that bunker mentality.
I mean, they practically live in a bunker. Let's be honest.
Bunker brain.
Bunker brain. Bunker brain.
Nice. That's what they have.
Third episode. Bunker brain.
So then our boy Titus, Mikey comes to. First of all, he calls him Meatball during the whole performance, which I thought was hilarious. I mean, of the three lemonading songs, did you have a favorite?
The black and white.
Oh.
When he was doing it, and then Lillian starts dancing, and then so he keeps knocking. He's like, "I'm lemonading. Stop it. Use your key. You can't get it.
Use your key."
Lillian dancing killed me.
She was getting it.
I mean, wasn't she?
That's
why
I
liked it.
She can.
I think Lillian, you can come out to the clubs because I see you.
She was good.
I'd love to have her on here.
She could make that happen.
Can you
we
imagine?
have them right
call to
here
action
in the middle.
A conversation about lunch.
She just rose up right now. Well, speaking of which.
I was a big fan of the yellow dress.
Of course.
Oh, there you go.
Looking gorgeous.
I thought that yellow dress was amazing. It just looked like streamers, and like you could hang him up like a piñata.
I read that it was originally supposed to be a bunch of Metro cards, like to be New Yorkie. Yeah, and then they said that it would have been a nightmare for the sound guys.
To try and get that out.
Yeah.
Yep, it would have been. Those sound guys, they hold all your secrets.
And they will check you immediately. They'll be like, "Take this off. You're annoying me, basically.
It's not gonna happen.
Stop making my job
We love
harder."
you, sound men and women,
especially the ones here at AfterBuzz.
Hello.
Thank you very much.
That's right, guys.
Thank you. So,
can I ask you a quick question
Sure.
from Adam? Adam wants to know which Beyonce song Titus should parody next.
Who Run the World, Girl?
Oh, yes.
Did you see the choreography? I know Titus doesn't really like to exercise, but when he gets moving, he's in it.
What about single ladies, though? He's single now.
That would be good. As long as he wears the outfit.
Yes.
I was gonna say Crazy in Love.
There you go.
Too. Maybe he gets
classic.
he's got a new I don't know, like maybe a new bow,
or the bow comes back.
The bow comes
I know,
back.
do you think they're gonna
he
get back
does.
together?
I hope they do.
Maybe he needs to fly and then he'll come back to the nest. You know, I think that's.
I mean, that was really courageous of Titus to say, "Listen, you need to grow. I need to let you go." Like sometimes people don't do that, and it's a really hard thing. And I was like, "Look at Titus growing up and being grown." That was a common theme. Everyone noticed. They were like, "Remember the guy that Titus went to get the agent's information from the other actors?"
Oh my gosh.
Even
Matilda.
Corey, yes, Corey with his ensemble and that wig.
And then when he
my
walked out
gosh.
with the shoes on his knee.
I died. But Corey said, like, I know you're not going to do this. Like, you don't even make an effort to do anything. But he was willing to do it for Mikey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true love.
Yeah.
It is.
That's true love. If you love something, you gotta let it go.
That's true.
You know?
I feel like this is the first time I've ever seen Titus grounded as a character. Like, he always has those, like, quick, like, philosophical lines that are still, like, coated in humor. But this is the first time where I've seen him, like, owning it in a great
Beyonce?
way. Yeah.
Better than, what did he say? Better
Yes.
than Beyonce?
This is how I'm different than Beyonce.
Yeah,
There we go.
That's it.
I mean, bitch was shady.
The hive is going to come after him.
But at the same time, how can you? Because it's Titus. Like, you have to love him. And they probably were like, true, but we still giving you the side eye.
That's right.
If anyone can get away with it, it would be Titus.
Definitely, definitely. So we see the end of that relationship and the song at the end, so beautiful. I like Titus. I just need him to do covers, something. Like when he sings, it just was so sweet. And did you guys really listen to the words of the song? It was like he was so sad.
And about the rhyming, pop songs never rhyme. It's just so good.
It is.
I have to rewind and rewind, you know, just to get every little moment in the show.
Yeah.
That's why you should watch Theo.
Yeah, because you
I'm
can
still
watch
back
it over
with
and over
Theo.
again. Over and over again. It never gets old. You always pick up something new.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Every time you watch.
Yeah.
Definitely. Watching it the second time, I was like, oh, I forgot he said that, or I forgot he did that. And Kimmy with her, like when she said something about, I should be laid back drinking gin and juice. The fact that Kimmy is stuck in the 90s or in 2000s, I appreciate that, because sometimes I use old school slang and I'm like,
Or when she was like, you got knocked down, but you got
tub
up again. You're tub thumping. It's so good. I love all of her references.
I know.
It's great.
And can we just also talk about how, I mean, I know he's a bad guy, but I still kind of think the Reverend is so handsome. Like, I loved him from Mad Men. And so whenever Jon Hamm is on the screen, I'm happy. No?
Even when he has
I
the-
agree.
Yeah.
Well, and he's so not Don Draper in this
No.
No.
show.
But at
so-
the same time, he's still a ladies' man in a sense.
Absolutely, but like a wacko. A wacko.
He's married.
man.
Like, who is? I wonder if we will ever meet who he's marrying next.
Oh, I
will,
kind of watched
you know?
episode 3 a little
Yeah?
bit, and we will see, and it's
Already.
hilarious.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go home and watch now.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I've been holding off, but
Is she
now
cuckoo
I'm
too?
It just, you know how it just automatically starts playing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I watched it a little bit, but it's really good, and that's a whole other thing we're gonna have to discuss
right.
a little bit. But please tell us, what are your thoughts on episodes 1 and 2? I mean, did you love Kimmy? Did you love Titus? And what do you hope to see in the season that we haven't seen yet? Ladies, is there anything specific that you hope that happens this season that we, you know, even though we haven't watched everything yet?
I just want more Titus. He should do the whole Lemonade album. Can you imagine? Like,
what if he does?
that would be something. Does he?
I don't know. I love it. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, what am I excited to see? I mean, I think I'm excited to see more Kimmy's journey, going to college and getting her education. I think that's super exciting. I'm excited to watch Jacqueline grow. It looks like she's on a really strong woman empowerment path. So that's going to be really fun to see her kind of step into her own, it seems like. I'm excited to finally find out what this I didn't eat anyone reference that that Titus keeps saying.
What
on the
happens
ship.
on that cruise ship?
Yeah.
He said like
it
at
made
least
him
2 or 3
grow.
times between
Yeah.
the first and the second episode. I didn't eat anybody, or I ate my paycheck, or whatever. So
Always something food related.
there's a
with
lot
Titus.
of eating reference happening. So
But it made him grow up, whatever it was. You know, he came back more of a man.
He ate something that gave him more intelligence.
I guess.
He ate Peter Pan. No, that doesn't make sense. I tried.
I'm excited just to see how that all plays out and makes sense. Because right now in my mind, I'm like, what?
Yeah, it definitely is a mystery, because I'm like, how'd you end up? You don't exercise, so did you swim to shore, or did you just float there? Like, what happened, Titus? I'm really excited to see that as well. And Jacqueline is my girl. I mean, you know, with her struggle as a Native American woman, you know, and that plight, it's really been difficult for her. So I also wonder, is she, when she made the joke about if someone was rich. You know, you could still see it's still in her to kind of be, her gold digging ways aren't too far off. Like there's still a tinge still left in her. So I wonder if she's going to go back to that. That would be interesting to see, because I think she has a heart of gold, really.
Yeah.
How about you?
I agree with you as well. I'm excited to see where Kimmy's journey is. I mean, it is like, love me some Titus. Love me some Titus. But I want to see, like, if Kimmy gets to, you know, go further in college, where she ends up in college, if this thing with Perry works out. I wanted a little love action for Kimmy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think just seeing Kimmy's journey and obviously figuring out why Titus got shipped off the boat.
Right.
Those are my two. Those are my two for the season.
For sure.
Well, thank you for sticking with us tonight on our first episode of this season's Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I can't speak. But ladies, where can they find you on social media?
Sure. You can find me, Laura L. Thomas, at Laura L. Thomas TV.
And I'm Caley Rose. You can find me all over at Caley Rose.
I'm Candice Cruz, and you can find me online at Candice R. Cruz.
And I'm Tsahai Wilson, and you can find me at Say Hi Tsahai. That's SayHiTsahai. Thank you, and stay tuned for next week with us on the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt panel.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.